Assessment in the world of the maritime industry is the lifeblood of competency. Imagine these statistics. It takes 72 formatives, 16 summatives, 165 onboard proficiencies, 4 national level assessments, and a staggering 426 5-year cycle continuous proficiency assessment to become a top level officer. So why assess competencies? Because the Philippines is the largest maritime manpower. It must continue to deliver. Imagine a labor halt without Filipino seafarers. There will be global collapse. And these seafarers bring as much as $6.4 million a year of remittance to assist our economy. These competencies are very important. The criteria of assessment of seafarers has been on hold due to the pandemic. So our administration under the maritime industry is coping up with these changes to go through the distance learning methodologies to continuously roll out global deployment. But there should be guiding principles. Principles, as we recall, are sets of statements that serves as the foundation of the assessment practice of an educational organization and its members. With this statement, a company that we built believes can leverage the seafaring industry. I would like to present Exhibit A, where in the activity, I have indicated that assessments as, for, and of learners, where these are the guiding principles of assessment. Assessment practices in higher education that the reference point of evaluating change in the quality of education provisions is through proper feedback. While doing the activity, I have found out that the key principle that should be carried out in an online course is to design learner-centered assessments that can assist the students to be more effective and change their study habits or develop their metacognitive skills where at the end of the day they become more independent. Another principle is to use assessment techniques that fit the context and align with the learning objectives. Properly guided frameworks of assessment ensures that the outcomes are compliant to the structure in the program and gear up personnel to the required skill sets and competency, especially in shipping. As Derek Rotary said in his 5 category purposes of assessment, which are the selection by assessment, maintaining standards, motivation of students, feedback of teachers, this really gave a clear perspective of our purpose on developing assessments for seafarers. I would like to present Exhibit B in Activity 2, where I have cited the perspective given by Moore regarding total systems. This is very similar to what we have in the maritime industry, where the set of standards of competencies are clearly defined. The standards manuscript is based on an international convention with a member state of 71 countries, with specifics on competence, the required knowledge and understanding, and proficiencies. This code of standards also manifests the required assessment of evidence. One of my key questions is how about the Republic Act of 7722 or the Higher Education Act of 1994? Will this have implications on the issuance of standards of the maritime industry? Can an international standard mandate our educational system, or we just need to set assessments to comply with the standards? I would like to present Exhibit C. This evidence shows the Dick and Carey model, where this has been an essential process in our development. We have adopted this model thanks to the instructional design of EEDE 204. We are continuously restructuring our process to fully acquire the approach. I learned that one key turning point of the model is to conduct performance analysis, then conduct a needs assessment to ensure that the required competencies can be integrated in the methods of assessment, either through gamification, virtual reality, or simulating the whole process. Another thing that we wanted to look into is the perspective of assessment of prior learning or APL. So we can get the learning gaps of each students, of trainees, and create a focus or a target learning competency plan for each individual. This method is essential to competency management assessment systems. This system is very essential to the maritime industry. I still have following questions on how the model of Butterworth and Edwards can be explained in relation to the expanded tertiary education equivalency and accreditation, where this comprehensive educational assessment program recognizes, accredits, gives equivalencies to knowledge, skills, and attitude and values gained by individuals from relative work. The knowledge that I have acquired in the course shall be used on our platform being developed in my startup company, from the principles to perspective. As you can see, we have been working on the process of instructional designing and still continuously improving the process to ensure that our services has the required competency levels. We have ventured into gaming simulations, 360 walkthroughs, augmented reality, and virtual reality systems. These immersive training methodologies combined with assessment based on the principles and perspectives of the which is being taught by the course will surely assist us to have key performance indicators of the service. Based on the needs analysis that we did, we have asked some of our existing and future clients regarding the use of different immersive technologies for training and assessments. And these are just some of the key benefits that they see. The main benefits are about safety, engagement, and this is a very cost effective solution. So here's a demo video on how we incorporated the principles, perspective, and instructional design to fully grasp the learning outcomes of seafarers. Since most of the schools have limited equipment and the upgrades of this equipment is so fast, creating a virtual library ensures that the students and trainees are up to date and the technology without the to wrap it all up, principles, perspectives, instructional assessment designs are the most essential component in developing any course. I would say that before creating any course, start with assessments and make a student-centered assessment to fully grasp the feedback. This is also an integral part of the industry that we're working on. Thank you.